but it stay on me. This crown sitting heavy, I don't drop it.
Hey everyone, it is Courtney here. Welcome back to Locked In with the Lord. No lukewarm, no loose ends, just locked in. It feels so good to be back. I'm so glad you guys are here. I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. And we're going to go ahead and get straight to it. So we're going to be in the book of Genesis chapter 6. Let me go ahead and let y'all know. This chapter is difficult. You know, all these chapters when I've been studying Genesis, this one right here, this one is a difficult text to study. But we're gonna go ahead and try to break it down and go ahead and get started. All right, so in the last chapter, we spoke about the genealogy and the bloodline from Adam to Noah. And so in this chapter, it talks about the conditions of the world during the days of Noah. And so this is a difficult text to study, but the main focus is that the world was moving further and further away from God. And sin was trying to take control of the world. So God caused judgment upon the earth. So at this time, the earth had become more populated and people continued to move away, further away from God. And so the sons of God saw the daughters of men were beautiful, married them, and which was displeasing to God. And so there are different theories about who are considered the sons of God and who are considered the daughters of men. So there is one theory out there that says that the sons of God were considered the godly line of Seth, and the daughters of men were considered the ungodly line of Cain. So that is just one interpretation. So the second interpretation, I lean more toward this one, which says that the sons of God refers to the fallen angels or spiritual beings who rebelled against God, and they had relations with human beings, human women. So the reason why I lean more toward this interpretation, because when you see the sons of God, it appears only 5 times in the Hebrew Bible, and they all refer back to angels. For example, when you read the book of Job, chapter 38, it talks about when God created the world, the sons of God sang for joy. Who were singing for joy? The angels. And so also in the New Testament, Peter chapter 2, it talks about how God punished the angels who rebelled against him and judged the wicked people, but spared Noah and his family. So when Peter was talking about the angels who sinned, he was clearly referring back to Genesis chapter 6, the sons of God, because this connected to the story of Noah. So because the people had become so wicked and so corrupt, God says his spirit will not abide in man forever. This means that God would not continue warning. He was going to continue correcting. He didn't want to keep being patient with people. He was fed up. He was fed up. So God had been giving people opportunities to repent and turn away from their wickedness, but they continued to choose sin and evil instead. So God then says that mankind days will be 120 years. So many believe that this was a limit on the human lifespan. Like, for example, we won't reach past 120 years of age. And others believe that this was just saying these are the amount of days warning up until judgment with the flood. And so the sons of God and the daughters of men end up having children together. So here's another question that pops up. Who are these Nephilims? So in Genesis chapter 6, verse 4, it states that the Nephilim were on the earth in those days and also afterward. So some believe that the Nephilim were the offspring and the children of the angels and the human woman. However, others believe that the Nephilim existed before these events and continued to exist after. And so this view suggests that the Nephilim were not a result of the union between the angels and the human woman. So God saw that the earth was filled with wickedness, and this made God grieve and feel sorry for creating mankind. God planned to destroy mankind. He planned to destroy the birds in the air. He planned to destroy every creeping thing from the face of the earth through a flood. And even though judgment was coming, Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord because he remained faithful to God. Noah is described as a righteous and a blameless man who walked with God during the time when the world was filled with sin and corruption. And Noah had three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And God used Noah during this time to proclaim God's message and to warn the people of destruction if they continued to be in sin. And so God gave Noah specific instructions on how to build an ark. He gave him details on the type of wood, on the size, on the rooms, the covering, the different levels. And God told Noah to bring two of every kind of animal, a male and female, into the ark so they could survive the flood. God also told Noah to store enough food for his family and the animals while they were on the ark and repopulate the earth afterward. God already had a plan to protect Noah and his family because of his faithfulness and obedience to God. This passage reminds us that when we are obedient and faithful to God, He cares for His people and He provides protection, He provides guidance, and He provides provision even during difficult times. So, thank you all for staying tuned. I hope to see you next time. Bye.